Salvation is not once saved, always saved. Oh, I'm saved, I can do whatever I want. That's like saying, oh, I'm married, once married, always married. So now that I've got you locked in this marriage, I can cheat on you and I can sleep around because, we're married and that's for life. No, you don't get married thinking once married, always married. Everything is permissible. No, just because you have it now and you've made it official, that doesn't mean that you get to be loose and careless with your marriage, right? When you give your life to Christ, you attend to your relationship. You tend to it. Does that make sense? You don't just say, oh, I've got the Lord, I can do whatever I want. I'm going to murder and steal and lie and cheat because, Jesus paid it all. No. If somebody pays for your bail, like let's say you go to prison and a family member, there's a law that says that someone who loves you a lot can take your place. So you've got the death penalty and your mom decides to take the death penalty for you. You're not going to be like, oh yeah, she paid for my penalty, so I get to go back into the streets and live like hell. No, you don't do that. If you love your mom and you appreciate what she did for you, that she would die for you, you would honor that freedom that you now have on account of her sacrifice, right? When someone that, loves you takes your place where they receive the punishment that you deserve or they pay your financial debt or something, you don't abuse that and say, oh, I'm just going to waste money and do whatever I want because so-and-so is just going to pay for my stuff. You don't do that. You don't abuse grace. You don't assume that once you're saved, you can just live in sin. Salvation and the blood of Christ, these things are not a pass for you and I to sin. These things are an invitation for you and I to no longer live in that life, in that world, and to say, you know what, Lord, you paid for it. Salvation is available. I receive it. I'm going to steward it. I'm going to take care of it. The Bible says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Obviously, the Bible is not saying that we, save ourselves through works. When it says to work out, it's like work out your marriage with fear and trembling. So let's use marriage. When the Bible says work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, that's like saying work out your own marriage with fear and trembling, which that means take care of your marriage, tend to it. Make sure the other person feels seen and heard, and make sure you don't go around being unfaithful and entertaining conversations you shouldn't, and going to other women for things that you should only go to your wife, and don't go telling your guy friends your business. And if you have issues in your marriage, don't go confiding in another woman about the problems you have with your wife, creating emotional infidelity, right? And so that's what it means to work out your marriage. It means that you take care of your marriage. So when the Bible says work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, it's saying to take care of your marriage. So all that being said, please don't assume that you can do whatever you want with your salvation and it's fine and it's not, gonna be of any consequence to you. If you live your life like that, honey, when you die and you find yourself in the day of judgment before the presence of God and the Lord is saying, get away from me for I never knew you, He'll explain to you that you dishonored God. You abuse grace. Don't abuse grace.